Hey guys, what's going on? Master Cloud here, and I am back for another cast of The Lord of the Rings, The Rise of the Witch King, The Battle for Middle-earth 2. Today's matchup is going to be a 2 versus 2 on Stonewain Valley, and it is going to be a user-submitted replay from our very good and one of my channel favorites, as we should see him pop up here in a moment. It is going to be from Fenris. So Fenris here spawning as goblins. I believe this is a random, I believe a 4K game, because it is on Stonewain. Most Stonewain games do have that 4K start. So Fenris is going to be going as goblins here. His ally, spawning behind him in the 3 o'clock position here, is going to be, let's just call him Staer, because I don't want to pronounce his name. Staer? Staer, question mark, question mark. So I'm just going to call him Staer for this game, just for short. But he is going to be spawning in the back here as Aimrun, going for the double mine, and we will see what hero is actually going for an extra builder. Never seen that before, but we'll have to see what he uses that for. In the meanwhile, their opponents spawning across the way here in the 9 o'clock position is going to be Freak, spawning as Isengard, going for an early alerts, of course. And in the back, another Isengard, Aimrun. So Aimrun and Freak here going to be going against Fenris and Staer. So we do have alerts here as well, and it is going to be alerts and Wormtongue. I would assume the same for the Aimrun here, and yes, it is. So he's going to be moving towards the southern side to take out those trolls, of course. And then at the same time, it looks like Fenris has gone towards the bottom. And actually, where is Isengard? What is Staer up to here? Does he have heroes? Has he decided not to go with heroes? Looks like he's just spamming mines at this point. I guess to try and get very far ahead, very macro-oriented build to get ahead on with his economy, with his income. We'll have to see if that ends up working out for him or not, because he doesn't have any heroes out in the field right now, which is potentially dangerous, because with this with quick heroes like this, these their opponents can quickly push forward. But it looks like they are going to just be taking their time here, so actually not a bad strategy. Staer kind of lucking out a little bit as these guys are just slowly kind of pushing forward here, taking out the attack troll. Doesn't want to get Wormtongue involved quite yet, so he's just going to let Lurtz go ahead and level up on that. On the south side, Aimrun going to be taking out the troll cave as well. Fenris, in the meantime, moving ahead with some of these goblins, has managed to take out the Fire Drake and is now capturing, actually, Morgamir. Okay, we do have a hero out here for Staer, and it is going to be Morgamir. So an interesting start for him, but he's going to get Morgamir out here, grab the outpost here, of course, going with that macro-oriented build. And did he grab the one on top? No, it looks like he's just completely ignoring the top for now. It looks like they will be kind of making a push for the bottom here. In the meantime, these 3 units are going to be moving into the middle, going to go ahead and meet up with some of these goblin warriors who are going to be capturing, it looks like they're capturing the signal tower. Wait, signal fire. Okay, I was right the first time. Signal fire here in the center, of course, which does decrease the amount of time it takes to your powers to reset. And Fenris here, or I'm sorry, Staer here, going to be adding on a couple of Hall of the King's Men here in the front. Would suggest maybe turning those so they're a little more centralized, but Fenris going for a couple of Goblin Caves as well, and now they're going to be moving up to the north together to go ahead and engage the attack troll here. Meanwhile, their opponents do have a two clan steadings going up right next to each other here. And we do have two Urk pits on the bottom, so and as well as a clan setting. So Aimrun here going for a little bit more of an Uruk pit build, whereas gosh, I forgot his name already. Whereas Freak going for a lot more. Looks like he's going for the Wildman Axe Throwers here, and they are going to be encountering a couple of enemies here in the middle. Just a few roaming bands of goblins, which are going to be very quickly taken out. And at this point, they are going to be moving to the south here, splitting their forces, divide and conquer, so to speak. We do have a couple of Angmar warriors out as well. Shelob now out for Fenris as well. Shelob probably not the best hero in the game. Possibly the worst. I don't know. Shelob is she's let me just check out her. You rarely see Shelob. Allow Shelob to tunnel underground and emerge at an unshrouded location. So, very interesting abilities here. Poison. The poison ability is actually pretty good. Does do a lot of damage over time. So, in that respect, she can be useful. We'll have to see how she fares here, though, in this upcoming engagement, no doubt. On the north side, Morgamir going to be moving in, meets Lurtz, who is in the middle of the battle with a Fire Drake here, and he might have just gotten incredibly lucky. He needs to stay and fight Lurtz, actually, because Lurtz has taken so much damage. Does throw down the Whirlwind ability there, but Lurtz is going to attempt to finish off this Fire Drake. It's going to be very close, but I think he's going to do it. Yes, he is. And it looks instead Hwaldir now out as well for Staer, and he's just going to be pulling his forces back here, trying to regroup. Preparing for an incursion. Meanwhile, on the bottom side, Shelob already taking a lot of damage, going to have to fall back. These goblins attempting to go around the backside, but Aimrun has him completely surrounded here. I mean, these goblins really can't even get into the back to get to the archers. Azog in the front does get hit by Lurtz's cripple shot, but he's still doing a lot of damage. He's still in close, so he's able to hack away at some of these wildmen. The Goblin King now up to level 6. More goblins pouring out here. Does have archers on the high ground with that leadership bonus. So he is getting a lot of damage here. And I think, yeah, Aimrun is going to have to fall back. Additional warriors coming in from the top here. The axe throwers from Staer. And Lurtz and his troop of crossbowmen here going to have to fall back. Shelob very quickly able to chase some of these units down. The Goblin King as well. So Lurtz is caught here. He's going to have to stand and fight. The archer's focusing him as well. He's trying to get away by using his men as a shield. And I think it may have worked here. Yeah, he does escape. But it looks like Azog now showing up to the battle as well. Or, no, just showed up to the battle and then left the battle. He's going to be still trying to focus. Lurtz realizes that all of a sudden, though, and decides to return to finish off some of these crossbowmen, which are completely undefended. There's one group of Urgai here. But how much damage are they really doing? Not until now, with the pikemen showing up, that these goblins are going to have to retreat, as there's just absolutely no way that they can deal with this kind of firepower. Meanwhile, on the top side, Freak is going to be engaging Staer. Staer does have Hwaldir in here as well, but with the bats overhead, they're losing the bonus here, and I think Freak is going to win this battle. Staer in a lot of trouble here, as Hwaldir does go ahead and fall. Most of his all of his units here going to go down, and convincing win there by Staer, who is now going to be moving forward. On the southern side, Aimrun taking his time here, slowly building up his army, has secured this forward position, does have hold of the outposts here as well. Meanwhile, Fenris going to be slowly building up his forces as well, preparing for the oncoming attack, no doubt. And Aimrun here does have Lurtz up to level 3. Definitely wants to get him a little bit higher so he can use that. He can use it now, but would love to get him up to the leadership ability at level 5, as that's going to make this force all the more terrifying. On the top side, it looks like Agmar is going to hold for now with the help of Shelob and a couple of these goblin warriors. The temporarily have been pushed back here, but more troops are pouring out for Freak here, and Shelob does not want to run into these pikemen, does she? Apparently she does, as she attempts to get away there, trying to make up her mind what she wants to do. But with the extra goblins here and the Goblin King giving him that bonus, they're doing a lot of damage here. And they're being funneled in. It looks like Wormtongue actually does go down there. Lurtz has to retreat as well. He's taking a lot of damage. Not quite up to level 5. Look at this. Lurtz needs one more level, or one more piece of experience, and he goes up a level. But is it going to come in time? The answer is no, because all of his troops are dying, so he won't be able to lend them that leadership bonus. However, his ally is now here, Aimrun, coming in from the south side. Crossbowmen, pikemen. But his crossbowmen are a little bit undefended here. A couple of goblins going to get some free hits on him. But there's just so many pikemen here. I don't think there's enough goblins to deal with this. even with the Goblin King here, although the Goblin King is almost up to level 10, as soon as he hits that level 10, he can use that Call from the Deep ability, which is incredibly effective. He is at about half health, though, so... Oh, Lurtz does catch him there with a good cripple shot. So if the Goblin King goes down here, that is going to be a big deal. Of course, these Goblins will lose their leadership bonus as well once he falls. And he will indeed fall. Lurtz going up to level 7, giving that pillage as well as the leadership bonus to his troops now. And suddenly this Uruk attack force is looking incredibly scary. Reinforcements on the high ground. Axe throwers now are going to push back the remaining goblins. And I'm not sure where Azog is. Oh, it looks like he's right here in the middle trying to hack and slash his way through these wildmen. Additional wildmen are summoned, though, and these belong to Aimrun, I believe. Yes, they do. There are archers in the back, and we do actually have Dark Rangers out now for Agmar, as well as a couple of swordsmen here, not the Black Numenorians, that is. Not a unit you usually see, but nevertheless out on the field now. Saruman out now as well for Freak, as that is going to be able to deal a ton of damage to those hordes of goblins that tend to clump together. Right now it looks like he's going to be focusing on a couple of these archers, though, and knocks them down with his staff there. Might want to go ahead and use that Wizard Blast, but looks like he's just going to hold on to it for now. Fenris and Aimrun, or Fenris and Staer here in a little bit of trouble trying to summon their troops together, trying to build up a force here on the upper ground, as this force looms sort of in the distance as they can sort of peer over the wall here, and they're really just a hop, jump, and a skip away from having to fight this battle at their front door. Meanwhile, it looks like the signal fire is going to be going to Aimrun now as he attempts to take that. And is there going to be a response from the Eastern team? So far, the answer is no. Who has the watchtower at the top? It does belong to Fenris. So he had been grabbing a little bit of extra income, holding on to that through all the battles. However, at this time, it looks like he is going to lose it. This time, it's going to be to Freak. Sheila in the wrong place at the wrong time, does not want to engage these troops. Takes out 2 crossbowmen, and then it's like, oh wait, there's about 5,000 other troops here, maybe I should leave. So she is going to go ahead and turn tail, turn abdomen and run, and she will head back here to the upper ground with her fellow goblin warriors. Now both of these buildings are level 3, so that does mean, of course, they pump out troops extremely quickly, as well as the more powerful troops. It looks like he is going to be focusing on those Dark Rangers right now. Part of the Lost Numenorian race, and very powerful. I'm not sure exactly, but I personally, I would go with the Uruk crossbowmen over the Dark Rangers, even though the Uruk crossbowmen can be built at level 1, and these can't be built until, I believe, level 3. They're just... The Uruk crossbowmen are some of the best crossbowmen in the game, just because of their range, and, of course, the unit size as well. They do have those 3 rows, whereas, of course, the Dark Rangers only have the 2. So you get the additional damage from extra troops, as well as the range. So I definitely like the crossbowman here, and we do have some upgrades going down. It looks like these units have armor upgrades. But huge attack coming in here from Fenris. Fenris pushing forward with all of his goblin warriors. There are Numenorians in here as well, both the swordsmen and the archers. Azog using his enrage ability, going to be pushing forward here. And what does looks like goblins surrounding from the side too. Even with the armor here, these crossbowmen are sort of taken by surprise. Morgamir blasting through as well, and all of a sudden this battle is going convincingly to the Eastern team. The goblins and Agmar are easily going to be able to push this attack back. Lurtz in here desperately trying to take out Morgamir, but hasn't even been able to use his cripple shot, so he definitely needs to fall back there. Meanwhile, it looks like a huge attack coming in here from behind, a sneak attack from Freak, as Saruman needs to get off a really good Wizard Blast here. Hasn't done so far. There he goes ahead and throws it down, taking out a good deal of troops. But the Goblin King, now up to level 10, is going to summon the Fire Drake, And the Fire Drake's just going to obliterate this army, granting tons of money. All of those pluses you see is all money going to Fenris right now. So he is just going to be insane on the income tab at this point, allowing him to pretty much build whatever he would like. Someone's going to be dying in here. It is going to be Wormtongue, I believe that was. And that army has been completely decimated as well, as the last remaining troops sort of are hit by these Fire Drakes. And a convincing win right there for Fenris and for Staer. In response, Freak is going to be sending a couple of of raiding parties up to the north here to try and deal some economic damage, but I'm not sure that that's really going to be effective right now because Fenris probably has a ton of money. Let's check. He's almost up to 2K here. Does have almost he's up to 16, 17 power points now, so he will be able to go ahead and buy an additional spell here soon. Actually, he could probably buy it now. He does have the Scavenger perk as well. So he does have access to a level 5, to a level 15, excuse me, level 15 power as soon as he wants that and gets a moment here. Looks like a couple of goblins going to be intercepting that raiding party. You know, they've been able to get 1 mine, but 2 units for 1 mine, and then losing the units, probably not even worth it. And in the meanwhile, this attack is moving in here from the south, and instead of fighting it, Aimrun and Freak are just going to go ahead and surrender. So a little bit of an anticlimactic conclusion there, but Aimrun and Freak, seeing that coming from the south side with the level 10 Goblin King, with all the heroes still alive, do go ahead and surrender out there. So great game by Freak, congratulations, or great game by Fenris and Staer, congratulations to them, and thanks for tuning in and watching, everybody. I will have more games coming out in the future. And I will see you all then. Master Cloud signing out.